It probably is. Metal Gear Solid games are good. I'm hoping that this is an improvement over the other one. Solid 1 was not bad, but man, did it have its moments. That is... Good hater. Quentin Flynn. Christopher Randolph. Oh, is that the cutscene from 1? DNA. The memes of the soul. Kojima, the man who decided he liked making movies after making one of the most successful game franchises of all time. It's really funny when you think about it. How much of that is just reflected in games like this, which have so much like storytelling. He was just like, boy, I sure do love video games, and then his video games are like 50 to 60% cutscene and storytelling, and you're like, you know what? I might just like making movies. It only took him making the entirety of Metal Gear Solid for him to figure it out. And most of Silent Hill. I think, was Kojima Silent Hill? I know he was one of the Silent Hills. He might have just been PT. Well, I'm waiting for this to go through. Hideo Kojima games. So of course, Police Knot, Snatcher, Metal Gear Solid, Death Stranding is obvious. Zone of the Enders, Police Knots, other games. Am I just not remembering? Did he only do Metal Gear? I thought he only did... Interesting. Metal Gear, Mokutai, Lunar Knights. He did a lot, obviously. Did Castlevania, Lord of Shadows. I did not realize. Yeah, so it was only PT, which was supposed to be a Silent Hill game. I thought he might have done more Silent Hill work because PT, but... Silent Hills. Was it canceled? Yeah, I guess that was the working title, PT. Welp. Oh, good. Another game where circle is the confirm button. Oh, God. Vibration on? I might turn that off. I feel like that's just going to hurt my hands. Radar and Sons of Liberty does not appear during intrusion view. Stereo. I'll adjust these as time goes on, but I'm not doing vibration. I don't need that shit. Snake Tails! Where's Snake Tails? Hang on. Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake Tails? Snake Tails are a set of missions written and directed by Tomozaku Fukushima for Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance game where a player controls Solid Snake through a variety of the negative reception that Raiden received as the main character from Metal Gear Solid 2's. The stories were created involving Snake due to low production. Voiceover work, instead the plot is described as pages of dialogue, text interspersed. Interesting. So I guess they're just an extra mission. Interesting. But we are here to do this. I already knew that it wasn't going to be tanker plant. Or plant? Oh. This is intrusion view. Boy, I sure am looking up a lot of things before I even get started. Radar type. Radar for beginners displays during intrusion mode. This game does not display during intrusion. I kind of want to have the version that displays when I'm in first person view, I won't lie. Okay, I have no idea. I'm not going to get a clear-cut answer. Type 2 it is, since that appears to be the standard. This story is fictional. Any and all similarities to characters, groups, or other entities in real life are coincidental. Yay! Disclaimers. Don't want to piss off the military.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago.
We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport.
Yeah? On the Hudson?
The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
Hudson is a pretty bold place to transport a weapon of mass destruction. Oh, my neck. Hideo Kojima. Tomokazu Fukushima. Hey, it's those guys from Final Fantasy VII. Really interested to see what the actual core gameplay looks like. It's something about these, like, old cutscenes I miss. Somebody mentioned that, I remember seeing this in Persona 4 Golden PC remake, that the fog doesn't look as good, just because of the way that they did fog rendering on PS2. Part of me is wondering if that's true. Part of me would love to see like a side-by-side comparison of what cutscenes like this look like on the PS2 versus the remakes, because I think these got remade on PC. I know that 2 was like Substance. Hey, thanks for the resub, Chameleon. Why is bot? It's time to arise. Wake up, bot. I'm running in my poncho. Is it not? Well, I'll thank you for the resub, Chameleon, and although it isn't the correct one, I'll at least replay your last one if I can find it. Oh, this man throwing himself off the bridge. There you go. Let me restart that, see if it fixes. Oh, it's not working. And that is too close. I've seen enough. Gray Fox. What are you today, Chameleon? What the fuck?
Our boy is right on schedule.
Hey, it's Ocelot. Looking a little crunchier than last time. Man, look at that face. He's kind of looking like Abe Lincoln right here. Like Abe Lincoln with a sweatband. The Sons of Liberty. This is substance. Didn't you get the memo? Solid Snake, David Hayter.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otto?
Yeah, it's best boy!
Clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting,
I got
huh?
the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Oh.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
They were?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
Fantastic. Also, what a mean way to talk about Mei Ling. I know she talked a
The
lot,
mission
but
objective is
jeez.
to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance.
Brazil.
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype.
We're going back to Shadow Moses.
We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
Recognized, but still cringe, Otacon.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for
Thanks for wasting my ammunition,
Hey,
Snake.
Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
We love
A
cigarettes.
lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
You had a camera? Oh, right, I did pick that up. Like, at the very end.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Yes, Snake, I am
Get
intelligent.
out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
Yeah, I don't think you should be hacking into the,
Because I'm too good for that.
to the
This
Pentagon.
might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Snake criticizing the Marines.
National pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
Well, that's not good. Hey, we like those Marines alive.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon, how many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
So I think this is the game that introduced lethal and non-lethal endings.
Russians?
It's always the Russians, isn't it?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
It's a Yushanka. How better to show that I am Russian?
Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
My mouth gonna move?
Looks like the tanker's theirs now.
Okay.
K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
It bothers me that you can identify a chopper just by the sound
We
it
need to get a
makes.
fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
I'm gonna try, Otacon, for you.
Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
How does this thing work when I think about it? Like, the auditory part I get, it's the visual part I don't.
Push the action button near a scalable railing to hang off the other side. This is called hanging. You can use it to move around, hide, and even maneuver around an enemy's back.
Okay.
You can move left and right while hanging by moving the left analog stick, or using the L2 and R2 buttons. When you're ready to pull yourself up, just push the action button again. A grip gauge appears below the life gauge during hanging. The grip gauge indicates how tightly you're holding on, and steadily decreases as long as you're in hanging mode. When the grip gauge goes to 0, you won't be able to hold on anymore. You need to hoist yourself up before you fall off. Push the crawl button while hanging to jump down straight below. If the ground is too far below, you'll lose some life. In some places, you won't make it at all. Be careful of that. You want to save?
I want to
Oh,
save?
you're not going to save.
Oh.
Time to save?
Time to save? Yeah, it is time to save. Thank you, Otacon. We love you.
Look, Snake, this frequency is for...
For saving only, remember? Yeah. The action button? Okay, that's the shooting button. That's the action button. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Thing? Penta what? Serves as a muscle relaxant, treats autonomic imbalance. I think that's the thing for the sniper. Anything to say about that, Otacon?
Oh, you need to save? Just a second.
No.
Okay.
I had to click the other Otacon. There's too many Otacons!
What you're wielding right now is a converted Beretta M92F, designed to fire tranquilizer rounds. A direct hit will knock...
Think of those rounds as tiny syringes. Impacting the round causes the mixing of two chemicals in the shell, resulting in gas compresses a tiny piston, injects the tranquilizer in the bullet's tip into the target's skin. The tranquilizer's effects are felt at different times depending on where the bullet lands. The head or the heart shot will take effect immediately, but somewhere that hits the hands or the feet will take a while. Use the first person mode for accuracy. The gun is fitted with the suppressor, so there's no need to worry about alerting the enemy with the noise. But since it's a tranquilizer gun, the M9 has its limitations. All it can do is knock the enemy unconscious. Keep it in mind.
Snake, you need to get to the bridge.
And the door that leads to the tankers... Okay. I was hoping he could tell me more. Bandage.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
It's a bit much. It feels like a tiny bit much, but yeah, you do you. Keep on trying to open the door, and if the door doesn't open, it will eventually open. Hi, Dondare. Okay. Oh god, after playing Metal Gear Solid 1, something about this does not feel okay. Playing Baldur's Gate 3, you're doing a Dark Urge playthrough. Are you enjoying it? This is the action button, right? Deck B, cruise quarter starboard. Ooh, bullets.
Who's there?
Now he's sleeping. He's just a tired little boy. You stole someone's hand. Cool. Are you going to consider getting it back? Giving it back or no? He's just a sleepy little boy. Excuse me, I'm just stepping over rations. We love rations. This is why we explore. You haven't had the option yet? Just going up to him and like finders keepers, and he's like, "It's mine!" Oh, his leg is twitching. He's having a dream. Of rations. Or bullets. Where is this? Where am I?
Is there somebody there?
Huh? It just fucking tore that shit off. What the fuck? They're like real fake doors. I like how that one guy just absolutely did not give, like, the slightest fuck about this dude being totally unconscious. They're just like, yeah, no, I get it, sleep. Beat time. Don't disarm them or anything, Snake. That would be too convenient. Do we do follower by follower? What do you mean? How are you, Luxon? Or, sorry, not Luxon. Yuxin? Zin? What do you prefer?
Freeze.
Get USP first. What is USP? Aft deck. Beep. Doesn't look like I'm quite in the right area yet. So I have to... Want me to enter from the outside? Oh, okay. Oh, I can't go this way. Weird. Will let me do... Will let me enter from the exterior, won't let me exit from the interior. Chaff grenade. Back to sleep. Lets me get in there. Am I quiet compared to the game? I don't think I should be. Leap. Wait, no, that's the one that I just went through. Trying to get in. Unless I'm supposed to go in through the other side. I think I'm supposed to go in through the other side. There's another stairwell on the opposite side, so that's gotta be it. It's weird how he will politely step over them. Grenade. Okay, yeah. So this kind of makes you go through it in a very pre-programmed kind of way. God damn, I'm caked up. Raven. Oh, that's funny. It's a little Vulcan Raven. Got anything to tell me, Otacon?
This reminds me of when we first met.
I was the one inside the locker that time. We're equal now, huh?
Not unless I wet my pants.
That's a low blow, Snake.
Not unless I pee myself, Otacon. It won't be the same. Nezero did some searching online. Apparently the guy whose hand I stole is dead now. It's understandable since he was stuck in a portal when I stole his hand and he was a very squishy wizard.
If you open the locker, you can use the door as a cover during an exchange of gunfire. But, of course, this is a pretty flimsy door. There are limits to how many bullets it can withstand. Don't count on it too much, okay?
Anything else to tell me, Otacon?
If you open the locker, you can use the...
Okay, nothing else. You just do that with any of them, or is it... That's pretty funny.
Freeze.
This game embraces a little bit more of that goofy ass identity. That they hesitated with. Metal Gear Solid 1. Which I'm okay with. Nothing down here. Bonk. M9 bullets. This game does, in its own way, have like little things about it that I'm liking a little bit more, but that's just the end result of like having bigger, better, and badder hardware to work with. It's sleepy time for the guards. I want to try going for like an oops all sleepy time playthrough of this if I can. Because I've heard that there is like different endings for whether or not you are get USP first. I've heard that this is like the first game where they did like alternative endings for whether or not you did everything like fatally or not. I'd like to, if at all possible, give it a fair shake.
Who's there?
SP. I wonder what a non-fatal walkthrough of this game looks like, just from the perspective of... like, how to say this. What you would have to get and what you would have to avoid. You know what I mean? Like, the USP definitely seems like a fatal instrument. I wonder if there's just, like, a pathing or a route in this that is like, you don't have to grab these items, which means you don't have to go to these rooms.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol in the small room on the port side. It's the enemy. I need help.
Well...
Move! Move! Clear. Move!
man.
Snake, you okay? Snake! Snake!
Continue. Part of me kind of wants to see if I could start over again. But then again, I'm not exact.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
What?
Look at the walls on both sides of the hall.
I see something. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But your M9's knockout rounds won't work. Find a gun.
Okay, so even like lethal weapons still have a purpose in this game. Oh. Otacon, any tips on where I can find this weapon?
Snake, those pipes you see along the wall and ceiling are steam conduits. They're thin enough to penetrate with gunfire. Don't touch the steam. One of those blasts from the...
Maybe we'll use it as a trap of some sort, though.
Snake, go to the bridge first and find...
Where the ship is headed, bridges on the top level go up. Okay. Thanks for not looking this way. I feel like I've got pretty decent aim, everything considered. That's not what I needed to do. Maybe it might be, but maybe it's not. Cool.
I see a lifeboat. That's a fully enclosed, fire-resistant mod.
Water-based cooling system, self-contained air supply. That means as you in the boat is there will still be air. Okay. Won't let me in here. Maybe I gotta go. Maybe I gotta go around. That's the only thing I can think of is I gotta go around. I thought maybe he might be able to shimmy his way up like that, but nope. This poor guy, man, I've shot him with enough tranquilizers that his fucking heart should have stopped. Guessing you got advice for this too, Otacon?
Snake, there's a surveillance camera in place. Once you're in its field of view, an alarm will go off. You can't afford to be seen. You can also use the chaff grenade to set up some electronic interference. The camera will be ineffective for a while. There's a blind spot right beneath the camera. Use it to buy some time.
You would think maybe. This game was really like, you know what, we're gonna make a 3D environment and we're gonna get the most out of it. Yeah, anything to say, Otacon?
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Who's that? Enemy sighted.
God damn.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Russian helicopters. First it was a Hind D, and now it's a Kasatka. Yeah, that's real inconspicuous. Marked choppers. What we got going on?
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal... There's something about that soldier who was standing outside the infrastructure. I think you should check it out. Use the hatch on the port side of the infrastructure to get out onto the navigational deck. That's where you need to go.
I'd like to save, Otacon.
Oh, Snake.
Want to save? Yes. Thank you.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared. It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar. Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
I miss Mei Ling.
Control room, communications, and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze!
Antifreeze.
Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
Yeah.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing. It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean. And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either.
Otacon, what you got for me?
Need to save.
Already been 52 minutes? Holy shit.
Hang in there, Snake. Snake, you're not the only one with a gun. If you don't take cover, you'll get hurt. Hide behind something. She may be hiding too, but you have a clear shot whenever she decides to attack. Use the first person.
You attacked, yep, okay.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We share everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me. Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Shouldn't be dead, she should just be asleep. However, all that tranquilizer can't be good for a baby.
Cipher.
The fuck is a cipher?
Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the cipher.
A Marine Cipher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
I'm pregnant.
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister.
You're doing
We have
Step
different
Ocelot.
parents. I only
Step
knew her for
Otacon.
2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Sleepy time. Wet box. Thank God. I love soggy cardboard.
Oh. Oh.
What's that?
Oh my god. Keep on thinking there's gonna be something over there, and there never is.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
I guess I made an oopsie.
See those lockers? That's a good place to hide your... If you open the locker...
Well, nobody's getting Metal Gear.
Snake, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Snake! Snake! He doesn't sound quite the same. I wonder if he has a different voice actor in this and I just haven't realized. damn it!
Snake, what's wrong?
That last one is so much more extra compared to the other two.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You're ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Poor guy. Lots of USP bullets, not a lot of trank bullets. I could use more trank bullets, please. He's listening to music. Okay. Go ahead and get a full night's rest. Time bullets, good, good, good. checking, making sure.
We have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
Aim for the light.
Oh my god, please! Please, just aim! Oh my god.
goes there? Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel. What the?
The Colonel will be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed?
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear. Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No, it's pretty simple, really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have
Enough
to do is
nerd
push the
talk.
action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s new...
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Clear strike.
Do I have any? No, I don't have.
Capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military...
Oh.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
I did not realize those floor panels would make a noise.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline.
How nice of them to actually pause the timer for a switch.
Distribution system identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Left. Down. To move on, ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. By the time I realized my mistake... the direction that I headed, I was like, oh yeah, no, I can go to the right. I entered from the left. This game likes making you go in opposites now. It just wanted you to do more left.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System.
How the fuck did he hear me? What?
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
I thought crawling was the silent option. It's not?
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution.
Yeah.
Snake, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Then take it slow. Also, do not take it slow enough that you get spotted, but also take it slow.
Amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex.
Huh?
Snake, what's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Hey, okay, hang on.
Metal Gear Ray is amphibious. Unlike the Army's Rex, it can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected, and make its landing on any shoreline. Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with...
Fake, believe it or not, I'm not very interested in his fucking speech, so maybe...
It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Left. Down. Left. Down. To move on, ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. I seem to be repeating myself. Chalk it up to old age. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval.
Oh my god.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Alright, well, we're here.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. They're like, we gotta throw it in there.
Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened.
Why would you put a ladder there?
Even though
Why?
the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire, and the nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear ray. We have intelligence that there are anti-metal terrorists planning to target the ship. Intruder to the right! Intruder to the left! Intruder in the back! Intruder to the right! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. Let's continue. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow...
Oh, yeah, no, I'm on stage. Whoops. I severely, I don't know why my brain is not letting me comprehend the structure of this mission very well.
Snake, respond! Snake?
Snake's in prison for like the 5th time. Otacon, I'm sorry. The guy controlling him is not very smart.
Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire, and the nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear ray.
Good.
The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was...
Snake, you're not going to be able to climb back up that thing. You should forget about going up to that level. Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
Thanks, Static.
A calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind.
How are you?
George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and next.
I'm okay. How about yourself?
But even you will have heard rumors that he was
Good.
forced to resign after the failed cover-up cost him his influence in the political community. This Metal Gear Ray is a prototype designed to be operated by an onboard pilot.
Your wisdom tooth hurts. Why does your wisdom tooth do the hurt?
Man.
Good.
And an autonomous control system.
South. East. I bumped him! No! This is how it feels when you arrive late to class.
Snake, respond! Snake?
You have alerted the Horde.
Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race.
Between the gums and the cheek, you know, yeah, I getcha. I had to get my own wisdom teeth out. Not because they grew in exactly like that, but... Hey.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake?
Codec moments?
The first one I'm seeing is... This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well. Okay, what am I seeing now?
Almost right. Great front view. Next one is... That's good. Shot right in the bag. Next image is... You're a pretty good photographer. We could definitely use this as a left shot. Now we have the photo. Snake, the speech is about to wind up. Forget the photos and get out of there now. Nice. But yeah, are you gonna get your wisdom teeth removed?
World order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Gonna take a trip down to Mexico and get your teeth removed. Have to, you have no room.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the...
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer. End of a liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
I would like a large number 5, and I am very hungry.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
I like a number 5, a number 5 large, a number 6 with dip. They probably won't. They're very used to something like that.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
How did he get behind them with all these Marines in, like, the 2 rooms in front? You know what? Forget it. Stayed up too late last night? No. Arise.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
They're gonna kill you all anyways.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
It's not fucking drugs, man. You think somebody's gonna, like, open up their trench coat and offer Metal Gear Rex?
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
God, you got a point, you sad-ass motherfucker. America owns the world. Everybody knows that. I'm part of the military.
Gave birth to these What do you intend to do? Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Low.
The Lale Low.
How's that possible? Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
He's like, you think I will hesitate to shoot anybody? There goes Gurlukovich. Oh, I think he also shot the Marine captain.
Overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog.
If you've ever actually seen, like, the hand-eye coordination of, like, the guy who they mocapped for Revolver Ocelot, it's actually fucking crazy.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
They may be Marines, but they got the aim of stormtroopers.
Ocelot!
I'm not even the one who did that, you fucking dickhead. It was Gray Fox.
It's been a while, brother.
Huh?
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother.
What the fuck is going on?
No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The fuck was that? That's not how DNA works.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm.
My brother in Christ, he should have just gotten the cyborg arm. This man is making some strange decisions. God, that arm looks so disgusting. That arm looks like it was ripped straight from fucking Resident Evil. I don't need another liquid boss fight in the Metal Gear, please. I wonder how old Snake is at this point in his life. I don't need this. They don't pay me enough for this. I don't think I'm getting paid at all, actually. What is happening? I like how no matter which version of Metal Gear it is, they're just like, dinosaur roars are not optional. It is a required feature.
We have a problem.
Oh, it's a high-pressure water laser.
Snake!
I better have decent medical coverage. That ship was not big enough for that thing.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir. the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher was most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's newsflash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determines its effects. Computers, atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
2 years?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
Boy, Metal Gear sure does love their underwater infiltrations.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden.
I was gonna say,
All
this
right.
is definitely not Snake's
You've already
voice.
covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button.
He feels
The
a little...
codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Elevator, far end of the area, underwater infiltration. This is seeming a lot like Metal Gear Solid 1.
Your sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
I thought Foxhound got done with.
Handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left analog stick. Up will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to zero, the light...
Okay. G. Guessing Therm G are thermal goggles. Crazy. Crazy that an important item like that can just be missed by not going into the water. Hi, Taco Trucks. Remember the basics of CQC? Do I have to fight ninjas again? There are a lot of bugs. Oh, I sure didn't mean to jump in there, but here we are. Cyber Ninjas, Gray Fox. I want to... Can I do something with this? I cannot. Okay. Yes, I gotta go this way. How are you doing today, man? You're okay, tired? I feel that. I feel that every day. Be ration. Exhausted yourself by eating cereal before the milk goes bad. Dude, how much cereal did you wind up eating? Three bowls? Holy shit, what cereal? Crispix? I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gralukovich man.
Gralukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
Gralukovich is dead.
Stake in this one.
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
One or two more. You had to take a break. I don't blame you, man. I feel like I'd be wanting to explode after fucking 3 bowls of cereal. Well, that man sure is looking dead. Snake.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Oh.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS
signals and field yeah, so this is just your introduction to the... I just got through a 2-hour-long fucking introductory mission.
Processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the...
What is Crispix like? I'm curious.
The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot
Born in rice.
you won't be able to gain access for a while.
Similar to checks. Oh, so it's off-brand checks. Or foreign checks? Kellogg's. What now, Colonel?
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why?
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system.
They really aren't.
The required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
Don't question me.
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
All right. I'm waiting to see if Raiden is gonna grow on me. I know he was much better in Revengeance. Colonel, you turned off my pain inhibitors. Warn me next time. Have I not played this? Never, not even once. Wait, hang on. Where is... There we go. Birthday. Okay with that. Blood type O. Yeah, no, I've never played this. They don't need to know my birth date and shit like that, and I'm not putting that on stream. No thank you.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
But yeah, no, I only just played Metal Gear Solid 1 like 2 weeks ago.
Will be available after touch the start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident.
And now she's dead.
Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out. But
something about the Colonel doesn't feel right.
You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Both of these people kind of feel a little bit off. They feel a little too stiff.
But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
Okay.
I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
Friday.
Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well. I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care. What's up, Jack?
Didn't you just get told to call me Raiden, woman? I don't know, Rose. I'm on a mission. I don't have time for this shit right now, thank you.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, Jack. Whoops.
Jack. See ya.
Logging into a node will permit you to use the radar and the overview map of the area. You will also be able to access other functions.
There's option changes, customizing the settings according to your needs. This time they don't even wait for you to answer.
The enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives.
You must stay out of sight. They kind of gave you a hint.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Stay on the lookout. Return to your positions. Stay sharp.
Good. Okay, good. It's crazy this game has like a 2-hour-long introductory mission. Is this like really? Yeah, this really is just so many mirrors to Metal Gear Solid 1's opening.
Call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
I don't believe that.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Something about this don't feel right.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
On A?
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Hey Jack, do you know what tomorrow is yet? Oh.
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding.
Payday.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment.
Okay.
First, get to a node.
We're in the hexagon at WrestleMania. They even got the cage, though they accidentally dropped it into the water. Bandage. Pulse? Get M9 first. I don't know why. Huh? Why did I fall down?
Raiden, look at that wire fence.
Oh, bird poop! I didn't even realize. You slip on it? Oh, that's
Crouch
gross.
down using the crawl button. Then
Said I could crawl through the fence. Where? Oh, there is a hole. Sometimes this game really loves its differing shades of, like, gray. Sometimes it feels like it can be hard to see what exactly it is that I'm looking for. Something in there. How do I get that? Can't go out there. Is there a hole in the fence somewhere over here? Can I press triangle and just open this? I cannot. Or is that something that I get later? These games always have really good, like, attention to detail type things. Yes, Colonel.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
Okay, Colonel. Whatever you say, Colonel. Also, can I just say it feels, like, really insane to, like, have somebody just be like, you're gonna be a consummate professional at this. You've been using your Oculus Rift to do military training missions.
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay?
I'll go check the roof. You go home.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
Okay. We'll do that in a minute. First, whip rations. Get so calm. Good. Visual data.
There's somebody there.
We love having visual data. That's a lot of soldiers.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side.
Yep, and then you can move sideways, give it a try. Don't forget the grip gauge, it will keep decreasing. Yep. Wait a second, I'm intercepting a new intelligence on the operation being executed by SEAL Team 10. Intercepted, as I said before. They need to be kept in the dark about our presence, so we just listen. So I'm patching through. This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval is on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy, Alpha Zero, report. Damn it, cover the president. Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that Alpha Zero? Respond. All Alpha, respond. Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now. Nah, I don't really feel like it. But I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. As silly as the series is, it did predict a lot of things. A lot of real things, like what? Out of curiosity. I don't want to say because spoilers for this game. Fair enough. Boy, that sure is a lot of blood. There was a toggle to turn blood off. Part of me is kind of curious to know what this would look like without the blood on. Like if they do some China censorship where everything's white. Or if they just don't include it. Obviously, Metal Gears aren't real yet, sadly. I think it's a good thing, maybe, that Metal Gears aren't real. But at least there's bipedal robots. Weren't they working on, like, an actual functional Gundam in Japan? Oh! I'm sure that's fine. Is that Danny Trejo? It's Vamp. He looks like if you tried to cast Dracula in a gay porno. Correct! Well, I sure hope the president wasn't with them. Oh, or that. Like all vamps. He is bisexual. I know what you are. In one person's head, vampire. In my head, bisexual flag. Damn, I can't believe I caught two men kissing.
What are are you?
Bisexual. That is such a bad placement for a knife.
5 today. Or rather, 6.
I swing both ways, just like this knife. It's a unit of measurement if you're curious.
Get down!
Does suck a lot of men. He seems the type.
Where is he?
Shoot the guard! Put him out of his misery!
Strange.
It's piss, thank you. That's the smell of urine and cigarettes.
Are you? It has to be.
Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Oh my god, it's Meryl all over again. How did I get that scratch on my cheek, actually? Did he actually cut me at some point? Yeah, yes, queen!
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Just that modern meme, like a vamp, but like with the thick eyelashes, lips, and the hands with the long nails like this.
My name is
Pilskin. Pliskin.
Lieutenant Junior Grade.
You are definitely just Snake.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
It looked like he just shat out a roach. Hello, new character Pliskin. Thanks for this uncomfortable close-up of my crotch. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
You can tell from the shape of my pelvis, I guess.
Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right?
Tactical IT deployment?
Not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Came from the same place as Ryan? Yeah,
Sneaking mission 60.
I wouldn't have picked up on something that subtle, but...
Advanced
VR, huh?
Yep.
But realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercise.
No, it isn't, you fucking moron.
VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR, and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually...
Can I get some erms for Raiden in the chat, please?
From the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
Actually, VR is just as good as actual field training. I am a verifiable soldier.
Training is some kind of mind control?
Right. What's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
Nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah. Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
Okay, the delivery on that was pretty good.
What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
My man ain't looking too good.
You all right?
He's dying of blood loss.
Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
Must have lost more blood than I thought. Time to ruin my lungs.
Now, that blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp.
I liked it better when my enemies just meowed like cats and used guns.
Didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
That game doesn't come out for a few years.
Created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme.
Fat man.
They go after U.S. allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tank.
I don't think he was, my guy.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
Remember when 007 No Time to Die straight up stole Fox died from the series? I actually,
He's not involved in
I actually did not know that. Because I've never played a 007 game. Batman, Fortune, Vamp, and George. Yeah, you're right. I guess I didn't pick up on that.
What about the other soldiers?
Which one of them died? It was Fortune. George and Vamp and Batman are still around.
Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries.
It was a movie? It was? Maybe I haven't seen it.
The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down.
My dad is really into those movies, but I tend to be, like, my Sunday movie nights, I generally tend to watch 2 movies, but it's usually whatever's free.
What are you really doing here?
Because money, and I am a broke boy.
Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
You will soon.
Anyway, may come in handy.
Don't worry, I've got 3 more packs in my prison pocket.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The president is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
What do you want one guy to do, Raiden?
The BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80.
The snake.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
The fact that he knows about nano communication should already tell you that there is something non-standard about him.
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Have a virus that you can give to someone, but it'll only kill the person it's intended for, same as Foxeye. I feel like weirdly specific, like the illness that only kills one person is a pretty common thing. I like how he's just sort of like, see you later, and then I'm just sort of like, no wait, hang on, I'm not done. Get M9 first.
Jack, it's me.
Everything okay?
Maybe you should consider calling me Raiden.
Mission data?
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
April 30th.
I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's
I can't tell you. It's important. And it's just like, if it's important, then tell me.
Not now.
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out.
Tomorrow is meatloaf night.
You decided to be part of this mission. Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow, no matter.
I love your meatloaf,
I'll do
Rose.
everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is
Tell
it?
me the composition of your
Solid
meatloaf.
Snake, the leader of this takeover incident, is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
I do appreciate that they put all these little details in here, but part of me was really hoping that they would include some shit like that so that I can... I wonder if I can mash to open. Give me your contents. I desire them. Maybe punch? If I beat it up. It fell inward. You can't make this shit up. It's liquid, isn't it? No, I don't know, maybe. Hang on. I want to do non-lethal. Is there no option for non-lethal here? This part is cool. It's the president. Hello. Neuron activation.
What the hell?
Saxophone.
Come, put me out of my
I will.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her.
Is she the one they call Fortune?
No, that's George. They always have to have one femme fatale in these games.
Queen.
My queen.
Don't let them take the president!
This one is Vamp.
Ready grenades! A dud!
Vamp is the femme fatale.
Today is
You thought the bad bitch was me. Too bad, it's actually Vamp. I'm sorry, is this bitch equipped with a railgun? There would not be any of them left if that was an actual fucking railgun. I don't know if that would kill. I don't know if that would kill him just because, well.
I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Vamp is the femme fatale and they all died. Will right now has a boat. I'm so confused but aroused. I was gonna say, I don't know if that would kill just from one perspective, but I could see several ways that that would actually kill. If the fall doesn't kill you, hitting that object when you fall into the water could kill you. Theoretically, you could survive it, though, if that water broke the water surface tension before you hit it.
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
You can put some effort into your voice acting,
Since
Colonel.
the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The president can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to simulation too?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden,
I'm sick of these children and their flirting. I, the Colonel, am tired of your puny human emotions. Like sadness and love. Part of me is almost curious to find out if I could shoot him, but...
It's the enemy. I need them.
Excuse me, I just need to sneak right past you. Please get in there.
Push the action button again to...
I do like this. This is a nice change from Metal Gear Solid 1, being able to hide in lockers and shit. I do like this. Okay, let's see here.
Jack, is that you?
No, it's Raiden. Stop calling me Jack. Thank you. Alright, well, I started a little bit late, but unfortunately I am going to have to end here.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. It really scared me at first, but I think I've gotten used to it. I'll be behind you all the way, so don't worry.
I guess women really are strong.
Not quite. It's not women that are strong, it's me.
Just as long as I can count on you.
Who's in chat?
That's not true. It still scares me to death. But I'll be strong. I'll try.
I'll be strong for you,
Good
Jack.
luck. What can I do for you, Jack?
I didn't hit anything.